Hi, welcome to Fanboy Critic, our show where we go see new movies out in theaters and give you our review.
Both the good and the bad. I'm Joe Ortiz, and I'll be your fanboy.
And I'm Sam McClure, I'll be your critic. This week on Fanboy and Critic, we went to go see the Super Mario Brothers movie, starring Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, Keegan-Michael Key, Jack Black, Anya Taylor-Joy,
Seth Rogen,
Fred Armisen. There's a lot of names in there.
There sure is.
And even more that I probably forgot. And you know who Mario is, so they made a movie about the video game character. All right, Jay, I actually have never heard of these directors before in my life. I didn't even call them out at the top of the show because I don't remember who they are.
Wow.
But what did you think they did well with this movie?
I thought these guys were somebodies.
They might be. I just don't recognize them. They very much could have done something notable.
Going back to the expectations, they were on mark. I mean, they didn't show everything you've seen in the Mario world, but they definitely brought it to life, and you got to see so many different things. I mean, I felt like a kid in there. Like, I don't play Mario anymore, unless it's Mario Kart. But, I mean, it just brought me back to being a kid and, you know, playing on your Super Nintendo. Like, there was just so many things that I haven't seen in such a long time, and I'm like, oh my God, I remember that character. I remember this. I remember that. And they also did a great job with explaining and just telling you that the Super Mario Brothers are humans and they're plumbers. They really started it off like that, which I really enjoyed, because the whole time I kind of just forget that they're plumbers.
Yeah.
You think of Mario and the game. That's all I see. That was great. I think all the voice actors were good. Chris Pratt still bothered me. I don't know. Maybe it was just because
it's just very obviously Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I mean, sometimes he would sound good, and then sometimes you're like, it's Chris Pratt. I think Jack Black did a great job as Bowser. I mean, he did have his like Tenacious D moments in it, where I'm like, this is Tenacious D now. But
they gave him some space to sing, and I loved it.
Yeah, and I don't know who played Luigi, but that's my favorite.
Charlie
character.
Day.
Yeah, he was great. I thought he played a perfect Luigi. Luigi's my favorite character in the Mario world.
He's my favorite. Well, he's not my favorite. He's my. Yeah, never mind.
Well, everybody loves Yoshi too.
I was gonna say Yoshi's my favorite, and then Luigi.
Yeah, Luigi. Yeah, I'm a big Luigi fan. He's faster than Mario in the game. Nobody knows that, but he's definitely faster. But I mean, I think the voice actors were good, but I was really impressed with the CGI, I guess, or
the animation.
The animation. The animation looked great. There's like water, a lot of water stuff in this, and like it's very hard to make water look real, and it looked real.
The animation style was pretty cool. Like, they stylized like obviously a lot of the stuff in the Mario world. But then they also had just like water effects that were super good, fire effects that were super realistic. Like, they like weirdly blended realism and stylization of the animation and did a pretty good job. But yeah, Chris Pratt he could have been anybody. Like, literally, I'm just like hearing his voice going like, he's just talking and saying lines. Like, this could have been any number of voice actors or regular actors. Like, I get it, Chris Pratt is a name, and you know he puts butts in seats. But I was like, it doesn't need to be. There's like a ton of amazing voice actors out there that can really sell a performance, and this felt like a lot of they're just paying for names to put on the marquee.
Exactly.
And I was like, and even because Anya Taylor-Joy plays Princess Peach, but I don't even think I ever saw that marketed anywhere or like put on any poster.
Yeah, I even asked them middle of film, like, I was like, who's playing Peach?
Yeah, and she's a good actress, but like, I don't think she put any butts in seats, especially when you've got Jack Black and Charlie Day and Chris Pratt in there. You know, like, any number of these could have been great voice actors. There were so many homages to pretty much everything Mario except for the other live action movie. That was the only thing that didn't really get. Oh no, wait! It did get an homage.
I think the beginning, right?
Yeah, the beginning.
The commercial.
Yeah, the beginning was an homage to that. So pretty much every iteration of Mario was like homage. Super Mario Maker was even like put in there, and like Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, they homage Jumpman.
A lot of games that have to do with Nintendo in general.
Yeah, Super Smash Brothers is there was They made every sort of Easter egg that you could put in, and I think it was not overwhelming. It wasn't like Ready Player One,
Yeah.
where like there's no substance in all Easter eggs. The plot just kind of moved too fast, and that's usually not my not my complaint. It was just like, all right, bam, 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 we got to keep going.
Yeah.
I didn't really get to feel connected to the characters. They didn't have their moments where they're just like, I'm a vulnerable, like real, like person. They were all, I don't know. They kind of shoehorned in some character arcs that, you know, didn't really hit hard. You know, the dialogue was, I mean, it's a kid's movie at the end of the day. Like, I'm not gonna hit and like dock it too many points, but like it's not hitting like these are real characters. They're pretty, I mean, I'm not trying to make a pun, but they're pretty two-dimensional. Jay, why don't you convince the critics to go see this movie?
Critics, it's Super Mario, man. You're gonna watch it. I don't have to convince you. We've all played the game. We've seen whatever cartoons or, you know, live actions they did in the past. It's 2023. Don't you want to see it? I'm not gonna convince you.
Fanboys, there are so many Mario games out there. You know, you could go to the theater and pay $30 to go see this movie where you've got a weird Chris Pratt voice throwing lines at you from the screen. Or you could just, you know, play any number of hours of this game that you actually get to be involved in.
Off to the ratings. With this Super Mario Brothers film, I'm at a like. I mean, I liked it. It wasn't terrible. I enjoyed it. I had fun. Like Sam said, it's a kid's movie. I mean, what do you expect from it? It looked really great. It reminded me so much of my childhood. They hit the marks on everything like that. Voice acting was great. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. It didn't wow me or anything. I don't know. It's hard to say. We've seen so many good movies this year. Maybe I'm being a little biased, but yeah, I liked it. It was enjoyable.
Yeah, usually this time of year is kind of a dead spot for movies, and we've seen some pretty good ones recently. I am also going to be at a like. I was going to be at a Y. Like, it didn't do much for me, but then just thinking about how many like references it has made to my childhood and how it made me feel seeing all these things that I've played and loved, and I was just like, all right, this hits me in the nostalgia button enough to bump it up from Y to a like. So once again, we're on the exact same page.
Welcome to Fanboy, baby.
All right, fanboys and critics. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. Let us know what you thought about the movie. Did it actually work for you and your nostalgia heart, or did it just fall flat?
All right, fanboys and fanboys, and the critic back there. We'll see you for the next review.
We need like more conflict. That's what drives views. Conflict. Oh, we also need good thumbnails.
Thumbnails, Mario beep. I don't know. I was trying to like do a punch.